Is Weapons the most overhyped horror movie of the year? We're doing our first movie breakdown on Knuckles FM, and I'm here for it, honestly. I'm all for it. I love movies. Stranger Things. I mean, that's a show. So last night, me and my wife went out to old AMC. We went all the way out to the old theater, and we decided to sit down and watch our most anticipated movie of the year, at least mine. And when I tell you, I left the theater giddy like a little boy. I was so happy this movie turned out great. Honestly, I loved this movie so much that this video is going to be a certified glazing. Now, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews online, which I feel like I can understand because, like Longlegs, they promoted this movie to be like, yo, scariest movie of the year. Bring some extra undies, you're going to shit yourself. Which, if I'm being honest, it is not the scariest movie of the year. I think it is the most well-done horror movie, story-wise, in a long time. If I'm being honest, I truly loved the story of Weapons, and we're going to get into it here in a little bit. I figured I'd do a non-spoiler, and then we get kind of dive deep into it on like the key things I really liked, because honestly, you need to know what happens in the movie to genuinely understand my liking of it and what I didn't like. They threw out the reel, and then they hooked me right away, and then they were just reeling me in nice and easy because they knew they had me. They knew they had this big fat piece of shit hooked onto this movie. It was just, I think, visually well done. The audio, the sound quality, well done. All right, if you don't want to be spoiled, I guess at this point, bookmark this video, save it, come back to it whenever you see the movie. I loved the pacing of the movie. The first hour and a half was a little slow. It was slow story building, and I just love story building as long as it pays off, and it did. I loved how this movie dove deep into folklore. I guess witchery is folklore, right? I love me a good folklore movie. I'm not gonna lie. What I've seen that everybody is complaining about is how, because this was all split up into like chapters in a way, to where it took place with every character had their own little mini chapter. And what I loved about it is that within each chapter, it gave you a piece of the pie of the main story. It gave you their perspective of what was happening during this time, but then they gave you a little bit of piece of the pie that just kept building. It kept building towards the end. And I was a huge fan of that because they were like, oh, how did we get here? And then you see something, you're like, oh, shoot, that's how that happened. Like, okay, how's this going to affect that? Oh, my God. The principal, I forgot his name. By God, highlighted that part of the movie is when I was hooked. When he got possessed by the witch, which I think is awesome. This is a well-done witch, honestly. I think this witch has been around for many of years. I think she's been doing this for many of years, mainly for the fact of when she said, I don't remember what she said, oh, his parents have this, which was a form of what they considered tuberculosis. Or not a form, but like they used this wordage back when tuberculosis was a big thing. So Red Dead Redemption, this bitch was in it. This witch was in Red Dead Redemption 2 at the time. Wild. That's my guess on it, the whole thing. When she possesses the principal and he goes ape shit on his partner. I was like, ugh, the whole time. You hear the crunching of the skull because he was headbutting him to death. Wild. Well done, though. And then just, the witch. Such a bitch. I'm not going to lie. I loved that part the most. I think the part that I liked the most was this whole, like, the in the way of the storytelling with the witch. Like, she had a plan, and I think she took all the kids because I think it was, like, their energy was keeping her young or, like, keeping her, like, not aging at all. So that was very interesting to me. I think the creepiest part, honestly, the creepiest part of this movie was when the drug addict was in the basement and he, like, sees all the kids, and they all turn around at one time. Oh, I was like, shit, get out of here. most random ass thing out of the whole movie was when Josh Brolin, Thanos, when he was in his little dream state and a giant AR was in the sky. I thought that one was like, okay. That's all. I didn't take it too personally. I didn't look too much into it. It was like, well, this is a show about a witch using people as weapons, and there's a big weapon in the sky. I think the concept of the whole movie, it even says it on the trailer or on like the poster. The poster is what sells me so much. At 2:17 a.m., every kid woke up, got out of the bed, walked downstairs and into the dark, and they never came back. Boom. Weapons. Concept, creepy as shit. Watching the kids run out. The kids running down the road, like. Now, why do I think... So, all in all, this was a good, scary movie. If you wanted to... Here's where I'd put this in horror. Is... like I told my wife, because we're starting to celebrate Halloween a little early. It is August 9th, and we're starting our Halloween adventure. This is a movie you would start at the beginning of getting into the Halloween spirit, if I'm being honest. It was that mellow. It was more of a comedy. There was a lot of laughing moments. My theater I was in was cool, except for this one guy to our left who kept fucking yapping. Nothing worse than that. There was a lot of people laughing at it, and I thought that was funny. I thought that was awesome. I think it's a great theater when you're all laughing together. You're all getting scared together. I love it. We're back. Now, where I see people complaining about this movie is they're all butthurt that they're like, oh, this was not scary. And I blame it on the marketing team. The marketing team overhyped the shit out of this movie. They did that with Longlegs. I love Longlegs. Longlegs might be my favorite movie, like as in like the style, the picture quality, the coloring in it. It's so simple, nice and neat. I love it. The use of red a lot in that movie. And I don't know if people, I don't know. A lot of other people were complaining it dragged on, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm blaming TikTok for that. Fucking short attention span is ruining the brains of people, and they just want a movie to start like Superman did, to where you're already 3 years in and the action starts now. I love a good build-up story as long as it pays off. If it doesn't fucking pay off, kind of like Eddington. No, Eddington kind of paid off, and maybe not. Yeah, Eddington's a weird one. The way I looked at it, and it made me enjoy this movie a lot more, is I looked at this movie as a big creepypasta story. I don't know if you know what a creepypasta is. There's these old internet stories where there's some series. There's like part 1 through 8. And I think which each character, that's a chapter, phenomenal, honestly. I loved it. I loved the whole chapter telling. It's well-paced. It is genuinely... I think it would be successful even written out as a creepypasta. Okay, so I said the highlight was when the principal was, when he was possessed. The highlight was the satisfactory of all the children running after the witch. And, bro, ripping her body apart by 17 kids is probably the most menacing thing I've ever seen, but the most satisfying thing in a weird way. There's a shot where they have her jaw and they just rip the top half of her head off. It was so good. I'm here for it, man, and I hope you guys go out and see it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, this is all my opinion. I'm not dogging anyone who didn't like it, because, hey, everybody's got their own opinion. And if it's not up to their standards, that's fine, bro. Like, I just hope you have a good day. At the end of the day, I hope you had a good day. Other than that, Weapons is in my top 5. I ordered a poster that I don't think it'll replace my Stranger Things poster, but it'll be up in my office. It'll be up in my room. It'll probably be in the guest area because I got a Midsummer, now a Nope poster. I got a Midsummer poster, a Nope poster, and now a Weapons poster. Solid 3 films right there, baby. But yeah, there's my full review. If I had to score it, I'd give it. I honestly, bro, maybe wildin', 10 out of 10. I can successfully watch this movie again and still get joy out of it. I just loved it. The story was just too well done. I'm here for it. All right, guys, that was the end of my glazing of the movie Weapons. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and get ready for a podcast episode to come out tomorrow. I think we're releasing them Monday and Fridays now. So, yeah. Let me know if you want to see more movie talks. We could talk movies, 100%. I'll do a whole podcast episode talking about movies. Subscribe here. Like, subscribe. Subscribe. All right, guys. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. See you guys.